I'm a big fan of hidden bases. I think they're a great way to start your base and make sure that nobody gets in, especially if there's two of them. So I took inspiration from a mumbo jumbo, and I'm going to be making a hidden base, inside a hidden base, inside a hidden base, inside a hidden base, and a bunch more of them. There's like 5 or 6 of them that I've planned out I'm going to try and be making today. And I scouted out this area, and it looks like a really good spot to put it right in this indent here. I'll break these trees, and then I think we can get something going here. Alright, so now I think I'm going to replace this all with a little bit of stone, and then we can start working on some sort of piston door. Alright, well this is a little flat, but once we're done making the piston door, I'll make it look a lot better. But we're gonna actually hollow this out a little bit more so I have room for all the redstone and stuff. Okay, this looks like a good amount right here. So I'm probably gonna go and start building up this redstone door. It's gonna be 3x3, made out of the stone, so it'll be like 3x3. There's a 3x3. I might move it around a little bit. I might put it over there instead of right there. And it'll look a lot more realistic once I'm done with all the redstone and we can finally start putting details on it. But let's get to building this redstone 3x3 door. I'm putting these purple blocks in right here just as placeholders for it, so I know which blocks I actually want to move with the piston, so I don't get them confused with like a random stone block all over the place. Just to clarify that up. Alright, let's keep going. There's definitely a better way to build this, a lot more compact than what I've done, but I'm very basic with it. I'm using a little bit of advanced stuff with this stuff right here on the double piston extender, but I'm hoping this will work, and I'm hoping I won't run out of like pulse extension. Okay, so here is part of our thing. If we flick this lever, it should all close up, and then if we come out here, I'll break our way out, you'll see that all 3x3s is closed. Okay, hopefully this should work. I'm gonna light it up a little bit just in case, and we're gonna go give this a shot. If I grab my redstone torch, hopefully it should close up and it should stay closed. Perfect, it stays closed, and that means if I open it right up, it should stay open. Alright, awesome. It's now time to start texturing this bad boy up a little bit, so I'm going to open it up and grab a couple blocks from in here, like this andesite and a little bit of dirt, and I'm going to start texturing the outside to help make it look a little more realistic. Okay, so this is looking a little bit better. I textured it up a little bit, added some andesite, a little bit of gravel up there and stuff, and then made it not look so 3x3. So now when I go down and put that there, the 3x3 will open right there, and I think that's going to be our first little entrance completed. And now we're going to go straight into our next one. So I'll open it up, and I'm actually going to build the inside of this because it's going to be a secret base. I'm obviously going to want a little bit of a base in here. So I'm going to go ahead and build it up. I'm thinking a little bit of like a rustic vibe, maybe a little bit of like a starter base, because you don't want them to think that there's more to your base. You want them to be like, oh, this is all. If they end up even finding it somehow, they somehow randomly place a torch key there to open it up. And they're finally like, oh, a base. Huh. You don't want them to think that there's more to it. So let's go ahead and start building this starter base. So I've created this little base here. Just a nice little starter base. Got some chests, got some furnaces, got some of the starter tools, even an enchantment table and items, armor stand with some armor on it. And I just added another button right here. So once I opened it from over here, I can run inside and just activate the T flip-flap one more time, and it'll close up for me right here. So then it's closed from the outside. But now it's time to head on into our next secret room. And if you've played Minecraft for literally 5 minutes, I think you'd probably know this next secret entrance that I'm going to use. Yes, it's a painting. So if we go and run into this painting right here, you can see we put the signs right behind, and we can just jump right straight into it. Super simple one. They're going to get more and more complicated as we go. So this is just a super simple one. And since it's an art painting. I think we make an art gallery as our next room. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but that's my thought process for this next room. So let me go hollow out this area, and then we'll continue making an art gallery, and then we'll make another secret entrance in that art gallery. So let's go do that. Okay, that's looking a little better for me. And now, you see we have this little button here. It doesn't do anything right now. But what I'm thinking is that when we press this, it's going to bring us right to the next room. Now, for a normal person, this button isn't going to do anything. But for me, it's going to activate an Ender Pearl stasis chamber, which is going to then teleport me straight to the next secret room. So now that my Ender Pearl is officially in this stasis chamber, I'll walk over here. This will be closed up in a minute, but I can walk over here. I can go like boom. Let me close this up right now. And then I can go boom and teleport straight here into this room. And now I think I'll start making another room. Maybe this will be like an armory or like a practice kind of room. Not entirely sure yet. So this is the room I've come up with, and actually, you guys might have noticed there was no little like sped up moments right there. That's because the recording corrupted. So I actually went through and I did the entire door, as well as building the entire armory room. But if you shoot this crossbow right in the middle of here, right where the bullseye would be, it's going to open a door in one of the walls. But anyway, if I go ahead and shoot this door, I go boom, bam. Hopefully I hit right in the middle. Nope, it sure didn't. So let me hit right in the middle, aim a little bit above. That should have hit in the middle. And indeed, it does go straight through there. I'll show you guys how it works. It opens up a big fancy gem door. Like, I've built a bunch of gem doors in my time. This is literally the fanciest one. So whenever I hit it, the comparator notices that it's been hit. It sends a redstone signal down here, which is the farthest possible length, so I literally have to hit a bullseye for it to work, otherwise it won't go through. And then when the bullseye is hit, it goes through here. This is our little T flip-flop, which acts as a lever, and then comes all the way back over here into our little gem door, which is really honestly complicated for unnecessary reasons, gonna be honest. Like, we've got a bunch of, like, 12 unstackable items in there, like, don't ask me why, bro. I got no idea why we don't need all this complicated stuff. And then I did go down, and I blew up a little bit of this cavern. And I'm thinking, according to my itinerary on the sign here, it's going to be a big room, probably a trophy room. And my idea of how to get out of here is building a slime cannon. And you'll see what I mean after I've completed the room. So let's go build that room right now. This is the room that I believe is going to be pretty almost finished. Over on this side, so like I said, it's the trophy room. So on this side, we have a bunch of heads, all obtainable heads. So it's not unrealistic. Then over here, we just have like world's first, like this Minecraft world's first ever pickaxe, first ever piece of armor, and then the first ever sword. And then over here, we just have some really cool, important things that you'd have stacked up. The dragon egg for being like the most important, like cherished item in the game, I guess. That's up top. Followed on its sides by a wither star and a totem of undying, which are both fairly easy to get, but still worth mentioning in a little piece of treasure room. So my thought process is, like I said, to build a slime cannon. And I'm really liking the look of this corner over here. It's blocked a little bit by the dragon head. It's a little distracted. You're going to immediately look over here, likely to look at the big stuff. And then the colors obviously distract you a little bit. There's a lot of green over here. So if there was to be like a slime block over here, it's going to be like a slime cannon. It's going to launch you up and then forward. And it's going to launch you straight into the next room. One of the final rooms, actually. The second to last room is going to be what's next. Let's do that right now. Well, I have finished our redstone machine, hopefully to get out of here. There is a secret little button under here, kind of blended in with there. And I did add some buttons here, so if they did see it, maybe they wouldn't be as suspicious. And I did add some trapdoors, kind of to cover it up, which means you can just head over here, on top of the dragon head. Once the button's pressed, you come over here, this will launch you straight up. You'll get hit, hopefully by this, and get sent over to here. But I think it is time for our first test, and hopefully we should land on one of these 2 blocks. Oh, it worked. That worked perfectly. Perfectly. There is 0 flaws in that entire thing. And I did add a little button over here on the staircase, so when you go ahead and press it, it will close up the door behind you, just in case anybody was somehow following you. They won't be able to get in unless they obviously know how to do it. But now I think it's almost time for us to go ahead and do our next room. So I'm thinking about a farm little vibe, but let's go ahead and start building that right now. Now, this room doesn't look very big enough to fit some farms, but I'm thinking I might have some rooms, like, stuck off to the side, on each side, in order to be able to, like, open up it a little bit, and that way we'll be able to have a lot more rooms in each place, and more room to hide some path flops. So, if you go ahead and take a shovel and turn that dirt block into a path block, it can then detect that and send a piston that is behind the path block. It can send that to extend, therefore pushing something on the piston onto the top of the dirt block, then turning it back into a regular dirt block, which I'll show you in a second. And that can then be detected and send a redstone signal somewhere else, which can then open up a door for me wherever in this farm room I decide that that's going to be. But let's keep building. So I have come up with this one little design of a room, and I'm actually quite fond of it. So you walk in, and it's just simply a 4-wide room, which usually you wouldn't see for a farm. But they ring around the top. There's a top layer and a bottom layer. And then water along the outsides, which spreads to all of the blocks around, so they all get watered. And it actually works quite well, and I can just go ahead and plant stuff in here. And I'm actually kind of excited, so I'm going to go ahead and mirror that in both that side over there and over there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. So I have completed all of these rooms, and even on this one I put the water in the middle. It just has a little extra special little touch. But all of them are finished, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some crops in them. And then we're going to have to do something with this main room, so I think I might add some crops either on the floor in the corners or something along the outside. And then probably something else, maybe some storage chests for it all. And then we are finished with the room, and we'll go ahead and build our redstone machine. But let's go ahead and do those extra touches right now. So this is the little rooms I've come up with. Just little patches in here with more crops of the same stuff. And then there's little barrels in the corner just for practicality of storage, and same thing in there. There's some storage, and in here I put it under the water as well. But that's the room I'm thinking, and my theory for how I want to do the path flip-flop is randomly. I want to have one of these blocks not actually be growing a crop, but randomly the crop is just going to be like a dirt block that like turn into the farmland. So this is my new idea. We just have 4 little crops here, and then in the corners there is some dirt, and that I believe will give us the opportunity to have this actually work. So I'm going to hopefully go ahead and try and choose a block to have this take shape, but then I will go ahead and build that machine, and I'll bring you guys along and show you how it works. If I go ahead and take a shovel, it should theoretically, yep, it should go ahead and power it off. So if I do that, boom, it takes it, shoots it right back out, and makes it another block. Don't know how it works, don't ask me, but it works. So I have just constructed this railway. So after the gem door opens up on here, you drop down into this water, and you'll be sent into this railway. And now there's a button here, which will send out the minecart, but the button also acts as a two-way button, so it'll actually close up the gem door in there. So when you go to send off your minecart, it'll actually go ahead and close up the door for you. And I'll send back the cart, that'll end up back there for next time. And you can walk up in here, and we're right in here, which means we can just go and pop right back in here, and we're in the original room back in here. We can close up our door over there and just chill. Super simple. And you're probably wondering, well, can't you just go and access the other room over here just by hopping through this painting and going down here? Well, I mean, if you could, theoretically, but you're gonna have to go through here, open this up with a button, and then you're gonna have to build your way out if you need for some reasoning in there, which is just inconvenient. So realistically, you're gonna still have to go through all of those obstacles to be able to get through all of it. But let's go ahead and recap, because now we have gone through all of our rooms. All of our rooms are fully finished, and our whole base is completed. Theoretically, this is what it's going to look like. We're just going to wander upon this little area right here. Nice little open area. Yeah, so if we go ahead and put down our redstone torch key, and go ahead and pick it back up as well, we can have ourselves an open door. And when we walk inside, we'll go ahead, we'll close out that door. Maybe we're in the mood for some art, so let's go ahead and join into our art room. So now we're here. Wow. And maybe now I'm a little bored of this, so I want to go and enjoy our next room, which is our shooting gallery. So now once our ender pearl is put in place, we can go ahead and press our secretive button that for anybody else will not do anything, because they won't obviously have an ender pearl over there. But for us, it will teleport us right to this room, and we'll be able to grab an ender pearl and put it right back, which I will do later. But for now, we can go ahead, we can go practice all of our shooting. Why is it doing that? That's so weird. There we go. So that is all opened up, and we can go ahead and take a walk in here. But don't forget, our little button will go ahead and close it all back up for us. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our awesome museum. Wow. We've got our first ever armor, first ever sword, first ever pickaxe. Pretty crazy. We've got all of our heads and secretive items. But wait, there's a button. Uh-oh, we better press that and go hide over here in the secretive little area, and it'll push us up here into all of our awesome farms. We can go ahead, take our shovel, go. Bam! There we go. I finally got it. And go ahead and open that up. Chuck this right in a barrel. And we can go ahead and hop down into our little room. And this is our final little area. So I'll go ahead and back this up. That'll close up that little area. And we can go up here and back into here. I'll send that minecart back. And then we are back to the very beginning, where we can then hang out in there, or go ahead and leave if we want. But I'll go ahead and hang out in here for now. But that, folks, is our redstone room in a room in a room, bunker in a bunker in a bunker, safe house in a safe house in a safe house. And that's going to conclude it. So thank you all for watching. I do very much appreciate it. And if you want to see more little videos like this, of like bunkers in a bunker in a bunker in a bunker, let me know, because I did have a lot of fun building this. It was pretty cool just seeing it all come together underground. And in spectator mode, it's pretty cool to just walk around and see all of this stuff, like all of the stuff that we've built with all of our redstone and stuff, fancy redstone and all of that. It's all pretty cool just to look at. And yeah, that's really gonna be it. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys all in the next one, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.